Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what ultimately happens with this lawsuit against Universal Orlando and the Stardust Racers at Epic Universe. They opened them back up on Saturday.
They did.
Yeah, they did. Cranked them back open.
With the pending lawsuit?
Yeah, I thought that was interesting as well, but maybe it's a statement in how confident they are that they didn't do anything wrong. Of course, it's all stemming from the death of 32-year-old Kevin Rodriguez Zavala, who died riding it on September 17th. Now, he had spinal cord atrophy and died from multiple blunt impact injuries. But they're basically just saying that, look, we did internal and third-party reviews, and they said the ride functioned as it should on the day that he died and on the exact ride that he was on. So that is not on us. Now, the attorney who's representing the family, Ben Crump, he condemned the reopening. He said it is a grave risk to public safety, saying the ride is evidence in an active death investigation. So he is giving strong language against Universal Orlando for opening it up.
I mean, anybody who rides that ride right now is very ballsy. I would not be able to get on that ride knowing the stank on it.
I'm wondering if it's killed numbers or increased numbers, because a lot of these people are thrill seekers. And they're probably saying there are a lot of people that rode it that were absolutely fine. So I want to ride it because what happens if they close it down? I want to be able to say that I did. But the attorney for the Zavalas demanded that they pause operations and allow independent experts to inspect the coaster. They say that it's showing great disregard for their son's life and public safety. It sounds like they're taking it as a direct insult. The fact that they open it up on Saturday and they are pissed.
It kind of does feel like, okay, we got to show the world this ride is not the problem. Your son
It is
was
a
the
statement.
problem.
I took that as well.
Yeah, it's a statement.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what they're doing, saying we feel good about everything that we did. We did our due diligence, and this baby is back open for your enjoyment.
And then if now the ride continues to operate safely and no one gets hurt,
Yeah.
I think it does hurt their case.
Yeah. Well, Universal said it's enhancing signage and safety procedures across rides. So I don't know what that means, but I would think any additions they would have to stipulate in court, because they had said, yeah, when he rode it, it wasn't safe. You made it safe enough.
I think they have added some hoops you got to jump through. Like, quite literally, you have to show that you can hold yourself.
Yeah.
That you have control of some part of your body, I thought I read. There's a new little step as you go to get on the ride.
Okay.
But then that could have been just somebody messing with me online, too. You know, people like to write fake stories on the internet.
Yes, they do. Well, a lot of people were sounding off saying that they would happily go on it right now. That, yeah, it's a wild ride, but it's not deadly. So you can sound off on what your thoughts are. Would you hop on this coaster that has claimed a life at Epic Universe?
I don't think I would. I'm going to wait. I'm going to let this case play out.
Okay. All right.
But then again, you know, I'm getting older anyway.
They found another body at the bottom of a lake.
This is a thing,
It's at
Kev.
Sunshine State Sonar. They went out. Yeah, and they found the remains of 25-year-old Stephen McCrell, who disappeared 10 years ago in his 2013 Ford Fusion in a Boca Raton lake.
I think if we drag all these lakes, we're going to find missing people. I think in every, especially the deep ones, the big ones, the rivers, the ones that have like a boat launch that you can't see, that you can accidentally drive into. I mean, if you put a car in a body of water and it sinks within a minute, if there's no one there to see it happen, it's a mystery forever.
Now, what was interesting about this is McCrell, who went missing in July 2015, was last seen at a Valero gas station in Pompano Beach and may have had a confrontation before driving off, and that was kind of leading the investigation. Now, how his car ended up in the lake, they still don't know. And there's
Maybe there was a chase.
Don't know. Yeah.
He lost control. and drove into the lake, and then the people chasing him were like, oh, S-bomb, I'm getting out of here.
Could be more to this story, but yeah, they found another one.
That's crazy.
A 60-year-old Missouri man was discovered dead at Sam's Throne Campground in Arkansas on Thursday following a suspected bear attack. The victim's son requested a welfare check after not hearing from his father for a couple of days, and they found the man's disturbed campsite with evidence of a struggle and drag marks leading into the woods. When they followed the drag marks, they found him several yards from the campsite with extensive injuries consistent with a large carnivore attack.
Oh, my gosh.
And apparently the victim had sent the family photos of a young male bear at his campsite 2 days earlier.
He took pictures of the bear that killed him?
Now, that they don't know.
Maybe the bear didn't want to be photographed.
Or it's possible that maybe they took a photo of the baby.
And then the mama
he didn't seem
thought
to be
he got too close.
Yes. So maybe he started chumming up with the baby and mama's like,
no, not today.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's just my initial thought, what it could have been. But
oh, wow. That could be absolutely what happened.
Yep. Someone in Canada is facing an impaired driving charge after they were so stoned while driving, they called the cops because they thought they were being followed. You big dummy. You big dummy.
You're making it too easy for the cops.
There's a substitute teacher in Vermont who was arrested after she brought cocaine to a middle school.
Is that a problem?
A student told school officials that the woman was acting unusual and the cops were called. A search dog was called into the classroom and found cocaine in the woman's jacket and backpack. She was then charged with cocaine possession and reckless endangerment.
Oh, my.
The school didn't comment on what discipline the woman is facing, but here are some comments from people at the school.
We have cited her for possession of cocaine and reckless endangerment based on the fact that she was under the influence while she was in control of the students in her classroom.
You can get through your lesson a lot faster that way, though.
It's going to be a speed quiz. Really fast teaching.
Yeah. Well, some nonsense happening on airplanes. A woman got arrested for sexually assaulting a Delta employee on a flight out of Salt Lake City.
What the hell?
The woman was standing in the aisle of the plane after boarding and refused to move after being told to do so multiple times. She then shoved the employee with her shoulder, knocking the woman into a seat, and then while being removed from the plane, she grabbed the woman's neck, pulled her hair, and squeezed her breast.
Oh, my gosh.
She actually was able to escape, but they eventually found her in the airport trying to book a flight with another airline. She's trying to make an escape on another flight.
You could have got out of there.
That's pretty crazy, yeah.
You could have got out of there, but you got busted because you were trying to buy a ticket.
Yeah.
You got to flee and really flee. Oh, you deserve to get arrested.
She admitted to being drunk earlier in the morning and was charged with sexual battery and public intoxication.
What a mess.
Mm-hmm. A Sun Country flight from Minneapolis to Newark was diverted to Chicago after a passenger wearing 15 masks began ranting that gay people were giving him cancer and that he was being radiated. He also shouted that the plane would crash and mentioned Trump is here before calmly playing Candy Crush.
This is somebody who took something that they have never taken before and were trying to just calm themselves for their flight.
Wow.
But instead went on some kind of whack trip where they were delusional and seeing things that weren't there.
The plane landed in Chicago, but he didn't make the continuing flight to Newark. Just say that.
When he sobers up, he's going to be like, what did I do?
And after all these stories, does this seem like a good idea? Air Canada is now offering complimentary beer, wine, and snacks to economy passengers.
I love it, Air Canada. Air Canada.
Air Canada.
That's how you get me to fly. I had no plans to come to Canada.
That's how you say it after drinking too much.
Air Canada.
Pretty crazy. There is a couple other interesting stories here. One, did you see that Cracker Barrel has fired the marketing agency it hired to refresh its image following the massive backlash over its rebrand?
I can't believe it took them this long.
I mean, what else do you need to see that they don't really understand your audience? And then Burger King is phasing out its Creepy King mascot in another marketing duh. And another fun little thing going on with Taco Bell. Runners took on Denver's Taco Bell 50K, which is a 31-mile eat and run challenge hitting 10 locations.
Ooh, I love that.
Participants devoured specific menu items at each stop without vomiting, racing for glory in a spicy fast food fueled marathon.
Oh, you are going to make a Duke in your pants.
Here are the founders explaining the rules of how you do this.
Don't you already poo a little bit sometimes when you run these marathons?
Oh, I couldn't even imagine. Can you imagine running with a belly full of Taco Bell?
Let's add a spicy enchilada to mile 22.
Wow.
It's a 31-mile loop around Denver. We stop at 10 Taco Bells. Runners have to eat at 9 of the 10. And by the fourth stop, all entrants had to have consumed a Crunchwrap Supreme or Chalupa Supreme. And then by the eighth stop, all entrants had to have consumed a Burrito Supreme or Nacho Supreme.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, if there's any race where we encourage all the runners to wear brown shorts, it's this one.
Wow. Could you imagine doing that?
There's no way you don't Duke your pants.
Oh. Or you do what this guy did. A guy broke the Guinness World Record for the longest fart at 40 seconds.
Maybe that would propel you in the race.
Oh, it could. It's like turbocharged. Isn't that a weird fart?
Una persona cae ronronea.
Rania.
How about that?
Wow.
Spanish guy, so maybe he did have some of those beans.
What an icon, an athlete.
Yeah, there you go. That's a bragging point right there for the family reunion and for all your family. You now are the Guinness World Record for the longest fart.